EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Brady going to sling this out wide to Godwin. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. It's caught. Tolbert. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jalen Tolbert, his first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Mara, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returned. Back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Running left, it's Fournette.
Down to about the 37. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Brady. And this one hauled in by Rudolph.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, it's Brady.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
From the 30 on second down. Prescott. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
One of the best in the NFL in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't matter to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Folks, remember this, his first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night at all? No chance. Not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Fournette running right. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 9 from the 44.
Brady going to throw. He's got White here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Brady gives this to White. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Prescott from the gun. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
To the air again, Prescott. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Marr able to put this one through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Hey, now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice consistent gain.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On play action, now Brady. Flush to his right. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Akeem Hicks, he would not be denied there. He sticks him for the loss.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go, 46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50.
Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Brady. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Play action. Now it's Brady. On the move to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A handoff, Fournette running left. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And Sam Williams bringing him down that time.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. On the draw, this is Fournette. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Shotgun now for Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Brady. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. First down, here's White. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alabama. Let's go!
To throw is Brady. That's complete to White. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Hey, set. Rip. Shadow.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
They go right back to White here on first down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Micah Parsons charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.